Hey everyone, my name is Chad Carouthers. I recently released a full-length course on how to record your bass guitar. Now, this course is for everyone. If you've been wanting to enhance your musicianship and get better overall and elevate your playing, these lessons are for you. As a free gift, I wanted to give you guys 2 lessons out of this course. This course is almost 4 hours long, but I'm giving you 2 lessons for absolutely free. So click the link in the description and go check out these lessons that you can download and watch over and over and really start to build and elevate your playing today. Okay, check out these samples from my full-length course. Okay, I love jazz basses. I think they're great. It's such a versatile instrument, tons of power, and you can kind of get the P-bass thing, you can get the Jocko thing, really a flexible bass, and you get the Marcus thing. These strings are pretty dead, so don't judge them. Because I like dead strings. All right, so now, if this is a full step down, that's my E flat. So I got a low E flat now. And a little pro tip, if you have a bass that is tuned down a full step, you can also put a hip shot on it. And now I have all the way down to a C. So I've got the session loaded. I've got the markers in. I've got the songs. I got the tracks loaded in. I know which song I'm going to work on and work what I'm going to track to, which one of the files I'm going to track to. Probably going to track to this one, the no bass with vocals. Looking at this song, listening to it needs to be a little bit modern. So let's go to our Helix edit. The original preset that we built out the other day is this guy. Right? Like big, it was thick, had like some Motown stuff, like because we were playing with the bridge pickup, I think, like okay, but we need to make it a little bit more modern. Okay, so let's do this. I copied it down right here. So same preset, and I copied it down. And what I did, I added a chorus to my analog side, or my dirty side with the amp, because it had a hint of 80s, and there's nothing that says 80s more than chorus, especially chorus on bass. So let's take a listen to just path A. Let's get a little bit more volume. Not too much though. Hear that chorus moving in there a little bit. Yeah. I'm good with that. I always crank the headroom on any of these vintage pedals that they've modeled. It just ensures that I'm not going to get any additional clipping or negative clipping. They really did a great job on modeling all that, all the way down to if you put too much signal into a chorus pedal like that, it's going to clip. So let's listen. It's got just a little bit. I don't want to go ridiculous on the chorus and make it seasick, anything like that. Okay, so that's path A. I'm down with that. Let's check out path B. Now, we originally had a Sans amp, so I'm going to change that, and I'm going to use the Obsidian 7000. So this is a dark glass product, kind of a little bit more modern style, and I'm going to turn on the distortion channel. And when you listen, it's not actually going to be that distorted. I'm using it for clarity and mid-range punch. So let's take a listen to path B only. Let's get a touch more volume, just a little bit. Let's see. We got enough sub information that feels pretty good. Awesome. And then obviously, of course, we got that dry channel. Always there just to catch us as a safety net. Just in case the producer comes back and is like, hey man, I love it. So great. I hate the chorus. Well, great. You can take that dry signal and path B, and he can put the dry signal through another amp if he'd like without the chorus, tailoring it to his session. That's why we do these things. All right, I got my chart. I got my tracks lined. I got them armed, ready to go. I've got the edited, mix. I'm good to just take a shot at it. I think it's time. This first take, I'm going to have all the riffs, all the fills. I'm going to get all that out of my system. All of the overplaying, all the things that we wish we could put in there and how much we want to feature the bass and almost have bass solos. Let's get that out. Let's get that out of the way right now, because that way when you go to really track, you are focused, you are lined in, you're going to give the song exactly what it needs. It's a great way to just make sure you're not going to overplay later. All right, so let's check our mix. Oh, grab that line too, Down to the 4. Got it, yeah.
This ain't no ordinary job. This is a different kind of love. This just feels so right. Wide awake in the middle of the night. This ain't no ordinary job. This is a different kind of love.
Okay, in this section, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you why it's important to leave room for the mix. So if you build presets and if your input tone is maybe too much or too big or too compressed or too much low end, too much high end, not enough low end, there's going to be problems on the mixing side of things. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of examples. Some of them are going to be a little extreme, and so you can take these and apply them to your method on building presets and building input tones and things like that. So, all right, let's go in here. What we're going to do, we're going to delete the little groove that we had, and I put in a drum groove, like an actual, something from Addictive Drums. And so this is what the drum kit now sounds like. Really simple. So let's go to our Helix preset real quick. So let's just say, man, on our DI signal, I need a lot more low end. I want it to be just huge, I want it to be just this gargantuan sounding low end. So let's just grab a 10-band EQ, all right? And let's just crank up 30 hertz and 60 hertz. This is the super sub stuff. You know what? Let's do lucky number 7. Let's go all the way up to 7 dB, like that. Okay. So now let's just hear path B. Okay. So this is just our DI signal. Well, if less is more, just think about how much more would be. And so let's just make sure that we're not going to be lacking any low end, Like I said, this is kind of an extreme example. All right, cool. So we got plenty of sub. Tons down there. All right, cool. Let's check out path A. it's great, but let's really, man, I'd love it to just have a little bit more compression, you know. So let's put a compressor after the amp. And let's just do the deluxe, because definitely deluxe. Let's do long release time, and let's see. Yeah, let's do a pretty low threshold. Oh, there's the low end. Good transient, you know. Oh, need a little bit more gain. A little more gain. Let's see here. Fantastic. All right. Giving the mix engineer some freedom to be able to elevate the bass, because let me show you this. I'm gonna track a whole nother pass, and we're gonna reset the Helix preset, and I want you to see how much low end there is naturally in your basic preset tone, okay? So here we go, let's go back, and we've now reset it back to our just good, consistent, solid preset that we've been working on, okay? So same groove, highlight all three. All right, and here we go. 1, 2. So remember path B. Path B was our DI signal. Let me just show you something really quick. Let's pull up this EQ. All that sub information is in there. It's just not cranked super loud. But let me show you what a mix engineer can do. We can just grab a simple EQ like that, okay? If we ever needed that much low end, we have it. There's also plugins like, let me show you this. It's called Low Air, okay? So we can grab something like this. Let's just hear this for just a second. If you're listening to this on headphones, like the back of your eyes are vibrating. Because what this is doing, it's taking the low end harmonics and enhancing them. We have tools that you don't have. Mix engineers can do things in the box, in the mixing process that you don't need to worry about. All you have to do is make sure that you are sending the mix engineer a good, solid foundation. It doesn't have to be this crazy amount of low end to make sure that, oh, my bass is going to have low end in the mix. We can handle that. When I say we, the mix engineer community, we can handle that. We've got tools. Same thing with path A. All right. So yeah, okay. So there's the path. It sounds like the bass, right? So let's just grab some basic compression, okay? Nothing crazy. Or let's do the classic 1176. This is based on 1176 compressor. We'll cover that in another video. I just want you to see really quick, few turns of knobs. We got that same type of like heavy compression if we need it. Okay, yeah, that works for me. Let's check the whole thing again with drums. Okay, let's put an EQ on the amp side of things, so we're getting some clicks and things like that. So let's do. That is just a simple example of how to leave room in the mix. Okay, one last thing, I want to show you this. So let's look at the kick drum versus the bass. Okay, so we have a kick sample and a kick right here, right? And let's look at. Thanks for watching, guys. Go check out the full-length course and grab these free lessons. All right, later.